the American election around the corner and it being Halloween week, I figured what better way to start off the day than a little bit of chaos. Today we're hopping back into the Make America mod and I've got some shenanigans for you. With it being the American election and we've got the two big titans facing off, I figured this would be a good mod to choose, especially with one-eyed Donald and kinda sane Biden. And also with the path that I'm gonna be following today, it's gonna leave quite a few Americans traumatized and perfect for Halloween. Americans, stay tuned. But for today's video, we're going to be hopping into the world as Greg Abbott's Texas, with the libertarian right leading the charge. However, things won't stay that way for long. So without further ado, let's hop on in. Now, as an uncultured European, there's a lot of references that I'm probably going to miss in this mod. So if I do miss them, point them out to me in the comments down below. Starting off with our leader, Greg Abbott. I know nothing about him. All that I know is man is southern as ever and has the coolest hat in the world, and he's apparently a cripple. Next, my general. I know this guy. I know his face. I don't know what he's famous for, but Dan Crenshaw with the eye patch. I'm assuming he's a war veteran turned politician. Other than that, I know nothing about him. Looking at our focus tree, it is a big one with multiple options to choose, but we're going to start off by pushing down by choosing the Lone Star and the election debate. And this is where things get interesting. And of course, like every other HOI4 run, we're just going to go ahead and build, baby. Give me civvies. I want civvies on civvies on civvies. And whilst we wait, I'm going to take a very quick look at our leaders around the map, just so you guys can get familiar. We have Trudeau in Canada, One-Eyed Don in the US, Happy-Go-Lucky Biden, Florida being led by good old Barron, Kanye's leading the Confederates, Mike Pence looks hard as nails as he's leading the GOP against Donnie. We got Mark Milley looking all kinds of swagged out. And over here with Jo Jorgensen, who looks like she could be the Soccer Mom Alliance leader of the world, leading the Great Lakes. We have the Native Nations teaming up against America Reich, led by James Mason. Cali is being led by Bernie. We've got the Nevadan Free Army, led by an individual called Sam Brow. It says he's a war hero with a lot of buffs. I'm assuming he's a war hero dressed in the fact of he's in military uniform. But other than that, sorry, Sam, I've got no idea who you are. And we have the neighboring countries such as Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, all led by their national leaders. And just to show you how weird things are getting, we have the 4th Mormon War notification, just in case you missed the last 3. And we have the election debate. Proceed with elections or safety first are our 2 options. Now, starting off, I'm going to say this. I chose to delay the elections. And the reason being is there are many different options we can go. You know, we can go George Bush. We can go some other political leaders. We could go for more of a red swing to things. We could go for Kingdom of Cruz, the Hispanic nation led by Ted Cruz and his new Spanish royal family, or we could just put the monarchy back in charge. I do want to get the political side of things under control as soon as possible, though, because we've got some really mean negative spirits that we need to get rid of, because we've got the Great Frost that really hurts us. I mean, look at that. Minus stability, construction speed, minus 50. We've got New Mexican terrorism, which is, you know, that's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Same with Oklahoma resistance. But then we've also got some good things like the influential oil barons and, you know, the growing monarchist movement, resource importation costs, which we can control. Although the NRA is a pain in the butt because they make my guns cheaper, but they disrupt my stability. And it would seem that with great power comes great idiocracy, because now we are in a state of where Miami in itself has rebelled. Jebusite has happened, and we are now having this. We no longer have Barron in charge of Florida. Florida is rebelling. The North is now with Nick Fuentes, whoever that is. And in the South, we have Jeb Bush. And for some reason, Miami now has the flag of India. In the meantime, I'm about to finish my last focus, the Great Monarchy Referendum, where we can choose our future king. Will he be German? Will he be British? Or will he be Ted Cruz? I also want to take this moment just to reiterate some things I've said over the past with other mods, and that's just, I love custom tech. Custom tech is such a big thing for me, and I really do love it. And the fact that this mod is super indulgent in it, to the point of where my normal motorized is a Ford F-150. It can't get much better than that. And the moment has finally arrived. We can choose a liberal king, a king from Europe, or the Hispanic candidate, and we are going a liberal king. And by doing this, our tree now narrows down to this, and we now have Harold the First, King of the Texans, leading the charge. And we're going to follow up by furthering our American brethren's nightmare, and that's by adopting the Westminster system, getting rid of anything Senate-based, and inviting British commanders and a British economical system with aristocracy and investment. Sorry, America, you're coming home. Happy Halloween! It would certainly seem that we're no longer needing to unite America just for British glory or for American glory anymore, because the world has just gone to a mess. It's collapsed. So because the Americans are in this state and Russia just invaded Ukraine, and because of that, the British and the French have just had it out of each other, and because of the US is not present as a hand to guide everyone, NATO has just broken apart. EU states are combining under one banner, and that looks like it's going to replace NATO, but the global legacy of America is done. It's finished. It's extinguished. And I've just met with Bush. We had a nice cuppa. I also want to point it out as well. I've just found this. Ancapistan, led by John McAfee. Bro is not dead. Wait, is he actually dead? I swear John McAfee's dead. It's 2022. How did you appear? John McAfee's a time traveler. And it would seem that John McAfee now has a new friend in the region, and one that I feel like could maybe do America some good. We have the Freedom Front, led by Jordan Peterson. Cool flag. I like it. We got the Quebecois being led by Yves-Francois Blanchet. I have no idea. The only Blanchette or Blanchette I know is Kate Blanchett, the actress. Maybe they're related. We've got Free Ontario, led by Pierre Poilievre. And again, this has all happened because Trudeau kicked out the monarchy, and now it's just a mess. The whole of Canada is just blown up. And funnily enough, Trudeau was the first to capitulate. And here we are, the Dominion of Texas is our new official name. The world is changing just a little bit more. Bernie was successful in his reign on the West. Nick has won the War of Florida, and Kanye still reigns supreme. I have a few annexed war goals, and I can't move down my focus tree anymore until I start to eat these territories and annex them and so on. So before we do anything else, I'm just going to go off camera for a couple of years, maybe until 26 or so, or until something major happens and I can finally take advantage of my neighbors, because right now I need to start building. I finally got rid of the Great Frost, so it's only a matter of time before the expansion comes. I'm going to take advantage of these civies and military factories, army boosts, and so on. And when the time comes, America will be reunited. And after a great many years, it is finally time to pounce. The nation next door has finally collapsed, and we need to start taking territory and expanding because Arnie has taken over and he's turned them into monsters. And if things weren't bad enough and we're having to fight the East and the West, we've got commies in Mexico run by the X-Cartel. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead, Knights of the Clan, I'm going to go ahead and justify it's going to take 185 days. It sucks that it takes so long, but they are against the whole of their region, so hopefully they don't have the manpower to spare. And just like that, it's finally time to declare the war on the clan, so goodbye David Duke. I'm going to declare the war, and all three of my armies are just going to roll on in. They have no one guarding this border, and I have just caught them with their pants down. Majorly. Oh, good God. Even with that divisions. Oh, I outnumber them now. Never mind. I have to say, though, my infantry divisions are good. They're strong and they're doing their job, but they're just a tad bit slow. I think once I've taken these territories, of which I think maybe Republic of Dixie is going to be next, after I've expanded this way, I think my next port of call and my next judgment is to build a major overhaul of military factories. And then I'm going to try and build a bunch of armored infantry divisions. And when I say that, I mean mechanized infantry and armored tanks, not as in just tanks and foot soldiers, because that's just defeating the purpose of speed. Okay, so now we're really in trouble. So we're dealing with the East, and Donald is not doing anything. Like, I don't know if it's because Donald's tree is just as basic and bare bones as it is, but they're just doing nothing, right? However, we have this issue to the west right now, and it's the Western Federal Republic of America, run by Arnold. Now, Arnie doesn't play around. And Arnie's given us a ultimatum. It's called the Texan American Treaty of Perpetual Friendship, and we can either say God Save America and become their puppet, or we can say God Save Texas, and they get an annexed war goal on me. And this is particularly difficult because I can only join one faction, and that's Florida. Florida has invited me to their faction. Now, these guys have between 120 and 400 division. Now, Donnie has up to 200. He can hack this, but because his tree is so basic, he's doing absolutely nothing. Florida, who wants to invite me in, only have between 10 and 50. And then there's me with 72. Oh, God, this is a disaster. Oh, I need to try to cook something. Oh, God save Texas. Oh, I'm going to the depths of hell. Reincarnation is no longer an option. I'm finished, bro. I am finished. It's everyday bro with the Disney Channel flow, and I am completely gone. Okay, so far so good. I seem to be holding on for the most part. We have lost some territory and it is getting a little bit dicey from time to time. But for the most part, I seem to be holding on just barely. I'm going to try and build some forts and hold this line, and when I'm ready, we're going to bite back. We're going to bite back, and we're going to bite back hard. I'm going to bite back so hard, it's like I've got metal teeth. So the crazy shenanigans are happening again. First and foremost, I completed a focus called the Fateful Debate, and it says here that Parliament, or our new American Parliament, has put full support behind our king. It means a new tree. I love this. We must go further. The king of the West Coast. Ooh, I like it. Also, Donald, you're bloody useless. I've been relying on you to pull something out the hat and you can't even get rid of this toe rag. In the meantime, Arnie has invited the Eastern government into it, and we're currently against Virginia and the Federal Republic of America, which is currently led by Kamala Harris. Biden has gone on holiday. Now, the reason this is a problem is because Kamala has taken over of Arnie's control in the West, and the divisions have stayed there as well. It's not like they just disappeared. So I'm just gonna have to hold my own like I have been doing and just try and get any ounce of manpower I can, as well as just building fortifications and slowly building up. I currently have a tank division in the works, which is very understaffed. But if I can get this bad boy to work, we're gonna have 200 hard, 400 soft, 500 defense, and 500 breakthrough. I'm gonna have Kamala on her knees begging, please. Wait, hold on. Nope, this is not the right wording. I'm gonna have Kamala Harris and her pain in the ass government that just won't let me live in peace, her 600 strong army and up to 1 million manpower begging for forgiveness. I just need to pump out these tanks. And it's finally time. Donnie has joined the fight. Make America Again is now happening. The United States of America, led by One-Eyed Don, against the Federal Republic, who's also friends with the Western Plains, interestingly. Donnie does not have the same numbers. He has up to 227, whilst Kamala has nearly 648. Big difference. But he is a distraction, and a much needed one at that. I'm hoping they're going to start pulling away some numbers from the border, and by doing so, I can pounce. If not, they're going to lose themselves to Donnie. In that case, I'm very happy. And the moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. As you can see, the West has fallen, and that's all thanks to America. They rerouted all of their divisions to face Donnie, and I've come out on top, but Donnie has bled. Bro is bleeding more than blood itself. But I have to give him thanks because he was a worthy distraction, and I've managed to take all the territory I wanted. We've just crossed over here, we've just taken Washington, and now that I have my fully equipped armored corps on the line, I'm just gonna unpause and let you unravel and enjoy that. Oh, Kamala. Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. I am so sorry, my dear. The best I can do is give you a Starbucks voucher because, my God, you are finished. And there you have it. The peace treaty has finally arrived. It took long enough, but I can finally do my peace treaty. I will be fair to my neighbors of the United States. Floridian didn't really do anything. I did all of the effort, so I'm going to take what's rightfully mine. And there is your peace treaty. As you can see, we took a little bit of Canada as well, but that's because those guys were brought in by the Americans, and I can't puppet them when I'm already kind of linked to the Commonwealth of Canada. But because they weren't in the war, I can't really give it to them, so we'll just leave that be for now. As it stands though, we have done a good job. However, we are not done yet. We cannot finish the Dominion of America until we take America itself. As you can see, we've got a lot of cleaning up to do, including my boy Donnie. But we also need to deal with the real life skinwalker that we all love, Jeff Bezos, Mr. Amazon himself. So I'm going to send some divisions down just to clean him up really quickly, and I'm going to do some map cleaning. And it seems like it's the best time as ever to get involved. We have a troop on all of their borders, thankfully, and it is time to pounce. Especially since good old Donnie is going after McAfee, and they are kind of semi-balanced with their armies. One's nearly at 150, the other's at 560. So it's time to launch the offensive. We're going to go after good old Donnie, launch it in, get it stuck in. Everyone is mission go. Thunderbirds are go. And just like that, let it be. And it seems like we are... Oh, God. Oh, Donnie, you are not prepared, lad. And just like that, One-Eyed Donnie has fallen. The US has capitulated. They've given me all of their stuff. And just as I will do, I will take all of them and all of Resistance Radio over here. With that, the United States of America is all under the US-UK bond, the Dominion of the Sunbelt. And we only have 2 more places left to go. Minnesota and Capistan. Oh, I suppose Wisconsin and Detroit as well. But those are the last bits of the pieces, and then we can finally complete our tree. And I think there's still more to come after this tree. I could be wrong. After all, I need to make this American horror a real horror. Sorry, America. Welcome back to the kingdom. Right, I'm going to clean these guys up, and I will see you once the tree is finished. Well, it seems like even as a British leader within the Americas, we've got to continue the old American profession of beating up the Mexicans, because it's happening again. For the last 200 years of their existence, the Texans and the Mexicans hadn't had a good relationship, right? They've been at wars multiple times, and that was before Texas joined the States, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, it wasn't us who engaged at this time. It was the Mexicans. I went after Minnesota. These guys joined an alliance with them, and now the Mexican Communist cartel is now against me, and I have to deal with them and Yucatan. Okay, right, let's get to pushing them out. Maybe we're gonna have a Mexican puppet. I don't know. I will tell you what, though, this has made me curious just to see what Mexico's like to play in this mod, and see if you could take all the US fairly easy as the Mexicans. Do they have a focus tree? No, they don't even have a focus tree. Oh, wow, okay. Well, maybe Mexico retaking the Great Mexican Empire all the way up to here, I think it was, right? Maybe that could be the next playthrough in this mod. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a Mexican Empire. And just like that, I have to apologize to my Mexican brothers, because your time has come to an end. Yucatan and the Mexico Commune are now finished, along with Green Minnesota. I'm going to go ahead, take all the territory in Minnesota. I'm going to try and make Mexico a puppet. And then with that, maybe we're finished. Maybe I can finish my tree. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick Florida out and eat them as well. So it would seem I've run into a little bit of a hiccup. I'm trying here to finish my last thing, the Dominion of America, and I can't do it. It says that all the core territory of America has not been taken, yet when I do this, all the core territory that the focuses gave me is taken. Like literally all of it. Maybe I'm forgetting Panama. Do I need to include Panama? Apparently I don't need to include Panama, so I don't know. But I will say, I don't know if it's because of this, because Florida was a part of my faction, and it said that part of the game rules is you cannot remove a nation from your faction. So I went ahead and did the annex as well. I did the annex command. I can't show you, it's not here for some reason, but I did annex, and I annexed Florida. But at the same time, it's still not relevant, even though I'm the state owner. It just says, be owned by Texas. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on, unless it means all of America. So I'm just going to go off camera now, and I'm going to take every single territory on this damn map, and hopefully it will work. And finally, after getting things done, we are here. As you can see, the Dominion of the Sunbelt has taken over the Americas. We've dealt with Canada, we've dealt with Mexico, we've dealt with the Caribbean, we've dealt with Latin America. It is only us in this sphere of influence now in the year of 2043, and I can finally finish my focus of the Dominion of America. Let's get it done and see what it does. And we have our answer. That's exactly what it does. There's no more focuses. This is our last focus, a royal proclamation. 3 cheers for the liberalism. And the Dominion of America has been established. The sun shall never set. We have completed the American rebirth. I love this custom music. So not only do we have the old 13 colonies flag, but this just popped up. A crazy plan. A plan to end the nightmare. What has William done? I have conquered all of America. I deserve to be the next king. Harry, no. Harry, no. What are you doing, Harold? Behave. Okay, it seems to continue. A plan to end the nightmare. Finally, father will be proud of me. Oh, Harry snaps back to rationality, realizing what he was contemplating. Oh. You know what? For the memes, father would be proud of me. Attempted regicide. The prince is dead. William of House Windsor died earlier today. Pack your bags. We're going to London. What's going on? I have no idea. Assassination of the Prince of Wales. Harry just killed Will. What is going on? A visit to London focus. Yeah, this is mad. This is mad. Okay, right. Harry's gone bloody delirious now, because it's saying that Charlie's going to find out at all costs what happened, even investigating royal members. And Harry's sitting there saying, the old man won't stop me. Bruh, what is going on, Harold? You need to reel it in. Have we got a new focus? We've got new focuses even further. Yo, real British Empire? Oh God, what's going on? Oh, it seems I wasn't supposed to have conquered all of the states, all of America, like North and Latin. Oh dear. Okay, right. Well, I'm just gonna spit through this. We've already got name changes with the Holy Britannian Empire and Pendragon Imperial City. Oh god, okay, I'm ready for this. And there you have it, the final result. The Holy Britannian Empire with King Harold. Oh, I guess I could say Emperor Harold. There's no more focuses to do. We're completely done. Everything is finished. And Harold reigns supreme. The king of the Texans. The king of the land of Dixies. The viceroy of Florida. The king of the Rockies. And of course, the king of the Great Lakes. He reigns supreme, assassinating his brother, and the whole of North America is his to rule. The new city of the capital will be Pendragon City, formerly known as Philadelphia. And America, I present to you your new reality. Happy late Halloween and happy election week. I hope you enjoy my treat. It doesn't matter for me who you vote for this weekend. Just remember, there's always another alternative in the royal family. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I love you all very much. Thanks for consuming the content. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, all the best, and ta-da!